Yo, what is good? My anime faithful, what is good, yo? Battle Stray Dogs, boy. Holy crap. This episode just didn't know when to shut up with its greatness, I swear. And unfortunately, it definitely has gone to a very, very dark place, all thanks to this Rak King. So, we're definitely going to have to handle him very soon. So, with all that being said, let's get right into it. Starting this episode off, we get to see that the Port Mafia pretty much isn't as clueless, as our agency might want them to believe they are. So, pretty much from what I can tell, oh my God, can you stop dodging me, brother? Um, they had planned to leave the guy, Fallen Snow, that's his ability, to pretty much, handle any type of situation that arose after telling them, we're trying to capture the guy who's doing this, and if we capture him, neither team needs to fight, and because he was trying to do that, it was pretty clear that nobody was going to, was going to interfere if the agency actually had a link and stuff like that to figure it out. But unfortunately, uh, that link literally was just a link to get to the person who had more information on the person that they needed. So, yeah, pretty messed up stuff. Hold on one second. But with all that being said, seeing that Fallen Snow can handle a situation much like, I don't know, he can handle a situation that people probably would never, give him credit to be able to handle, slash, uh, pretty much showing us that, hey, regardless of whatever pops off in here, he could probably almost make it out. I mean, the only reason why he almost lost was because he didn't know there was someone who could practically cut through the space of even the area that they were swinging in. They were cutting everything everywhere, but they were also cutting like small matters of space. So he was not prepared for anything against that. That's a hard counter to his ability when it comes down to not only how much attacks were being thrown, but at the same time the speed at which they're being thrown. There's no way he could counter it, and we get to see just who would be able to counter it, and that being um, oh girl from their own mafia squad, and they practically have the same abilities, which I was about to just straight up say we are about to have a stand battle and it is about to be amazing, and then she jumps out the window and no stand battle happens. I think they knew JoJo comes out on Fridays, and they're like, we probably shouldn't allow this battle to go on for much longer than 5 seconds. That will be enough. So yeah, they definitely stayed away from that, including since I think we've always had an idea of that this girl had this ability, but we never had the idea of them going against each other and just straight up trying to bop each other. So I think that's going to be pretty fun to watch. Not to mention how one person on our squad was enough to kind of get them riled up to a point where they're on the defensive. They're, very, very cautious of everything that could happen next. So they started planning even ahead against just one person. Um, it just goes to show you how intelligent the mafia is, and not only how intelligent, but all of the people who have powers are so precise with them that we pretty much should have lost this guy this week. Like after he got pierced through the back like that, it should have been a wrap for him. But with the nurse that we have on our side, it's almost like a cheat mechanism if they can make it to her in time. So that's just how he's getting out of that one. But yeah, we moved the boss into the room, the Annie's room, where nobody can get there besides the girl, or no one can get out besides if you don't have the girl. So, so that means, he's safe for now, but if the ability eats away at him and takes him out, then it's a wrap. So I think because he's moved in this place, maybe the ability was a little bit less strenuous on him because another ability was kind of like in the mix, or I don't know. For some reason, he's waking up, talking and all this stuff, but he couldn't do that while he was on the truck and all this stuff, unless his body's getting used to, the overall thing, and he just woke up because of it, or he's waking up because he's been out for so long and he's just having a spur of the moment talk, and then he's gonna pass right back out. He really does not want to fight the Port Mafia, and to see just what this king of rats is willing to do, or not even the rat. Well, yeah, it was him, but the people who are, he's picking are willing to do that just as quick as, he's to tell him to. Or I guess maybe these kids weren't even, uh, under the same like mindset that they normally are or something. I really don't know. And to think that he then can talk to this girl at any time and give her like more advice, like this man is dangerous, or maybe he didn't like show up literally and do that. Well, okay, here's the thing. He told her about the notebook, and if she sees it, you need to destroy him because he's dangerous, right? But that could have been, he could have known somehow, right, that this person would have been the one to show up. Like his intelligence is pretty much surpassing that of the person who is our main intelligence. Like that's just how it is right now. He's so many steps ahead supposedly right now that if we can't figure him out, it's going to be clear as day that he has even more of an advantage than we thought he did. So with everything he's done so far, he's been right on the point, and that's the problem, is what isn't he capable of? Like, what will he get wrong? And to be fair, uh, our greatest detective, our Sherlock Holmes, like our Sherlock Holmes times five, uh, he pretty much said, I don't like going against this guy because he's like Dazai. Like, Dazai would do some wild, crazy, off the chart stuff. If not only he knew the ability of his opponent, but he also knew what to look forward to. Um, if anybody actually, if anybody actually went and opposed him. That's the problem with Dazai. He's gonna have really weird tactics throughout everything. Sure, you might be able to get to him. Sure, you might be able to find him. But once you get there and find what you were supposed to find, it could be completely different. It could be a doll of him. You know what I mean? Like somehow he's messing up what the the skills of the detective's way of seeing his work, and he's only getting bits and pieces and not the full thing that he wants, aka finding the person who really did it, but somehow he find a person who has a paper with a location and information about who you should be going after. This man is very crafty and it's super sketch. So I'm pretty sure our main guy knows that already. Our detective, and I think that's why he's already just ready to fight the Port Mafia. Um, but with the tiger having the girl in the room, in the Annie's room, tell them what the boss said, that's kind of where the cliffhanger ends. It's just like, we can't fight them. Like the boss literally said no fighting. So now you have to avoid all contact, which we literally tried to assassinate their boss. There was two assassination attempts, and neither of them land. The one thing that I wanted to say is they obviously didn't show the gravity guy. Uh, they didn't show the guy in the black coat who uses like the tiger or like the crazy demon. You know, like there's people who were missing from this assassination attempt, and I feel like hopefully they were on their own like chases through like for information because there's no way the Port Mafia isn't getting any information on anything that the Great Rat's doing. Not to mention the rat probably is getting the same information that they're on their way or something, you know. So I'm really, really interested to see what the Port Mafia has to go through when this rat just sent two of our characters into a sewer with kids who are more determined to kill than even the Port Mafia, man. Like, that was very, very dark. And not only that, he tells a little girl that if she sees a notebook, he's dangerous and you need to take him out. And she literally pulls the pin of grenades off of her neck and takes herself out. So, whew, amazing episode and at the same time absolutely devastating, man. Like, this is what I expect from a show that has so much built up characters and so many amazing abilities that they keep continuously showing or growing or expanding how great the person who has it is with it. All of those things really make you want to know everything there is about what's going to happen. And if not for you and this show has been something you watched and dropped it, please do let me know why you dropped it if you are watching it now for some reason and you dropped it earlier. But with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. Because I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you tomorrow if I don't get anything to do today. So, with all that being said, have an awesome one. Peace.